Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Charles back with another video from Black and Blue TV. Now, when you guys get a chance, please like, share, and subscribe to the content because I'll be coming up with live updates on the NFC East team, preferably my Dallas Cowboys, even though that's the NFL logo, but no worries. Anyways, I wanted to do a quick video on the Giants preseason game against the Bengals. And from the looks of it, Daniel Jones looked really well. But I want to focus on the team first. Now, the Giants, they had more first downs than the Bengals. You know, they're moving the ball really well. Also, too, they had more total plays. And if you go down to yards, they outgained them by pretty much like 150 yards, 151 yards to be exact. They had more yards per play and more passing yards. Yeah, Daniel Jones, he looked very crisp and efficient. Even though he had that bad luck interception off of a tip pass, you know, he still looked pretty good. And you know, if he continues this consistent play, I think the Giants will do real well this year. When I look at the rushing, you know, of course Saquon didn't play. You know, he's not playing probably till the regular season. I mean, come on, he's a starter. But they had 67 rush yards to the Bengals 69. Now, they did have two turnovers, like I said, the Daniel Jones tipped interception, and then I think there was a fumble later on in the game. But nonetheless, the Giants dominated this game, especially, you know, on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they played pretty well. You know, there are a lot of guys pursuing the ball. You know, they stopped the run, and you know they made it hard for Cincinnati to run the football the entire game. But one player I really want to highlight who stole the game was Alex Bachman, out of Wake Forest, his first season. 6 foot, you know, 190 pounds. Plays like he's 6'3", though. He had a phenomenal game, including two fourth quarter touchdowns. He had 11 receptions for 122 yards, you know, 11.1 average. And I think this guy is going to actually do real well for the Giants because they are looking for a dynamic receiver. Now, of course, there was a recent article about Kenny Galladay and the Giants actually having a feeling of buyer's remorse. Simply because you know Galladay hasn't been able to produce because he hasn't been on the field, but it's a new season, and I think that Alex Beckman or Bachman, excuse me, um, I think he'll fit a huge role within this Giants offense. You know, and I think the Giants are looking for another receiver. You know, because they do have Tony, they do have Galladay. You know, but I think they need another slot guy that could, you know, uh, open the field. And you know, this guy definitely can. He played very well. He actually caught the game-winning touchdown with about, I think, a minute or so to go in the fourth. But he also caught another pass for a touchdown earlier in the game. I think it was midway through the fourth quarter. It was pretty much on a slant route or an in route. You know, he got separation against the linebacker, pretty much let him go, and he was able to turn up the field for the touchdown. Now, this is great news for the Giants because one, they do need another receiver. And number two, Daniel Jones is another weapon. And this is very vital for Daniel Jones because when you look at his 3 seasons, his first season was his best season, but he hasn't been able to stay on the field for the past two. So going into his fourth year, I expect Daniel Jones to actually play pretty well if he's healthy. You know, when Daniel Jones plays well, I think this Giants team could definitely do some damage in the NFC East. And like I said before, I do have a prediction. I think that 3 NFC East teams this year will make the postseason. It's either going to be the Giants, the Commanders, or the Cowboys, or you could take one of those teams out and put in the Giants. Simply because when you look at this NFC East, you know, everybody seems to have gotten better one way or another. Now the Cowboys have gotten better defensively, and also so has the Commanders as well. Now the Commanders do have a couple of rookies that they will be playing. Um, Williams, the starting running back, and also don't forget about Jahan Dotson as well. You know, and as for the Giants, they have this guy, Alex Bachman, who you know pretty much was making a symphony out of the Bengals defense with how he played tonight. I mean, the guy looked like he was uncheckable, and he looks like he's a crisp route runner too. Has good hands and has playmaking ability, and this is all what Daniel Jones needs. is to have another weapon in that Giants offense, because what it will do, it's going to take a lot of pressure off of Saquon Barkley as well as Kenny Galladay. Because let's say those guys are being double teamed. Let's say if they put Saquon out in the slot area and he's already going to be keyed in anyway. You have this guy who can definitely make plays, especially one on one in a zone. Um, Pretty much any way he wants to make plays, he can make plays. Now, this is preseason, and I do understand that, there were, second and third string guys out there. But nonetheless, this guy came and he balled out. To be honest with you, watching the game, I actually got excited for this guy simply because, I like to see receivers do great things with the football, such as like a CD Lamb, or like a Michael Gallup, or Scary Terry McLaurin in Washington. Although I am a Cowboys fan, I am a football fan first, and I have respect for receivers that can get open and catch the ball and make things happen. So this is a good gem for the Giants. This was a good pick. Now, hopefully, if he can stay healthy, I think this guy will have a big season and could definitely propel the Giants into the postseason. But that's my short video for today, guys. Be on the lookout for more updates on the NFC East, as well as premier players in the NFC East and how they will impact during the season, okay? And you guys have a wonderful day.